riding a ride that opened in 1927. It's called the Turtle. Come and join this vlog with us. Woohoo! Good morning, friends. I'm Tim.
And I am Amy.
And we're Coasters and Cosplays. And today is day 15 of our Northeast Coaster Challenge. And it brings us to West Mifflin, Pennsylvania, which is just outside of the Pittsburgh downtown area. And yeah, we're here to visit Kennywood. It's one of the oldest amusement parks in the United States. Not quite as old as Lake Compounce, but this park dates back all the way to the late 1800s. And the oldest ride here actually opened in 1901. So to put that in perspective, this park has many rides that are 100 plus years old. So we're here to check out this piece of history. They have 7 operating roller coasters. Like Lake Compounce and Cedar Point, they're home to a standing but not operating roller coaster this year. Their newest roller coaster, actually. And so yeah, we won't be getting on that one today. But we're gonna go check out all the other ones and just check out some of the classic rides they have here. So come and join us inside for a day at this classic amusement park called Kennywood. All right, 20 minutes later, and we're finally in the park. We have a GoPro charging stick for our GoPro so we can keep it charged. And it's the first park that ever said, yeah, you can't bring that into this park. So all the other parks this trip, no problem. Even the other Palace Entertainment parks we visited this trip, like Lake Compounce, Dutch Wonderland, and Adventureland, none of them had issues with it, just Kennywood. So sadly, the parking lot that we're in wasn't super close to the gate, so yeah. But we're inside the park now, and we're actually about to head through the tunnel because the entrance plaza is on the other side of a street as the rest of the park. So we're actually heading in the tunnel right now. And now we're here in the park. Greeted by the Skyrocket roller coaster on our right. And yeah, let's go check out this park. All right, first up, we're going on the Exterminator. It's an indoor spinning wild mouse coaster, so I won't be able to get any off-ride footage for you. So yeah, we'll just see you when we get off. We just got exterminated on the Exterminator. What did you think of that?
I chose to have a spin, but we did not spin as much as we did in Yuma.
Yeah, no, so she sat on the same side as me to try to spin it a little bit more. And we did spin quite a bit, but yeah, not as much as the Yuma County Fair. That video is ridiculous. And that fair let us film on rides. Definitely go check out the Yuma County Fair and the button up there that we'll put there. But yeah, that was really fun. Very well themed for an indoor spinning wild mouse. The storyline is you're a rat and there's exterminators coming and they're gonna exterminate you. And yeah, it's really whimsical, funny, and really good. The first half was like really good theming. There was a spot in the middle of the ride where there was just like pitch black and nothingness. And that's when you started spinning. But then after that, there's more theming again. So I don't know if it's purposeful that one part has nothing but just like darkness, but if they put more theming in there, I think it'd be better. But maybe it's on purpose that you're like, you know, out of control spinning because you just got exterminated. I don't know, not quite sure, but it's really fun nonetheless. First coaster down, and next up I think we're gonna go check out Phantom's Revenge, so let's go head over there. It's time to ride the Phantom's Revenge. This ride has a very interesting history. It actually opened in 1991 as an aero looping coaster with 4 inversions, and in 2000 they closed it for the season and they actually removed all 4 inversions and it doesn't go upside down anymore. And it was done by chance, and they put new trains on it, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, really excited to give this one a ride. This is my favorite coaster last time I was here, so cannot wait to get back on this Frankenstein of an Arrow / Chance Morgan roller coaster. Gotta love the old school roller coasters that don't have any gates even. Literally just nothing stopping you from going right there on the ride. All right, we just rode Phantom's Revenge. Amy, for the first time ever, what did you think?
Oh, hands down, that's probably gonna be my best coaster of today.
Oh.
That was such a good ride. It was blistery smooth. The airtime was just ejecting you out of your seat. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, we sat in the back row, and I didn't tell her that the second drop is a hyper drop. It's 228 feet down into the ravine, down the hillside. Such a perfect terrain coaster here.
Oh, yeah.
They use the terrain so well at this park, and this is just one of the great examples of it. But yeah, such a great roller coaster. Still running smooth all these years later, and I bet it's gonna be running smooth for decades to come. That thing is so good.
You know they're taking care of it.
Oh yeah, yeah, easily some of the best roller coaster we're gonna do today, if I had to guess. So cannot wait to ride the other ones, but yeah, that's really dang good. Up next, we're gonna hit up one of their old classic wooden coasters, so come and join us. Up next, we're gonna be riding the Thunderbolt, and it's actually celebrating a big birthday this year. It's 100 years old. So this thing opened in 1924. Used to be called the Pippin back then, but they renamed it to the Thunderbolt. And this one, they do actually make you have to ride with someone else. So that's one of the things, if you're coming here, you do have to ride with a partner. You can't ride by yourself on this one. They're having a ride with someone so that they can ride. Because yeah, you have to have someone with you. But very nice to see them letting the ride so the person can get on the ride. Guys, I found T2. They moved it from Kentucky Kingdom onto the Thunderbolt at Kennywood. Ha ha ha, I can't. Funny to see T2 though. They even have some plaques here showing that it's an Ace roller coaster landmark, and also talking about how the Thunderbolt used to be called the Pippin and how they changed the layout a little bit in 1968 during the renovation. Really cool to see. We just took a ride on the 100-year-old Thunderbolt. What did you think of that one?
Oh, that was so good. The drops, the quality of the ride, even the ride cycle was pretty long. It was really good, and it's so smooth. We sat on a middle seat, so not on a wheel seat, so that could be different, but that ride was not janky, rickety, nothing.
Yeah, you can tell they're keeping up with it for sure. And I also love the drop out of the station too. So it's built on the top of the same ravine that Phantom's Revenge goes into. And so you drop out of the station, it's about a 50 or so foot drop. and it's really like unique for a wooden roller coaster because the two biggest drops are at the end of the ride, and they use that terrain to their advantage, just like Phantom's Revenge does. Speaking
of Phantoms, we had a moment with Phantom when we left the station.
Oh yeah, as we were dropping out of the station, Phantom was dropping down the big drop right on top of us. It was really cool interaction. Absolutely loved that. So that's 3 coasters down already. We got 4 more to go do, so let's go check out another one. Next up, we're heading into Kiddie Land because there's a kids coaster back here called Lil Phantom. Gotta go get Amy her credits, so let's find it. It should be in the very back. We found the Lil Phantom. It's also sporting the same black and purple color scheme as its big brother that we just rode. We just got off of Lil Phantom, the kids coaster here. What did you think?
It's very interesting. So it is a 2-lap special, but they stop you between the two to recheck all of your lap bars.
Yeah, so they have to almost like re-dispatch it a second time, which is interesting. It definitely makes for very slow operations, but got her the +1 credit. That's what matters. And yeah, let's go ride something a little bit more thrilling, don't you say? So like I was saying at the beginning of this vlog, there is one coaster that's not operating this whole entire season, and it's their new for 2019 Steel Curtain roller coaster here. Absolutely massive, has 10 inversions, and it's the only roller coaster in the world that's themed to a NFL football team. But yeah, they made a post before the season started saying they're going to be working with the manufacturer to try to come up with a solution, but it's had a lot of downtime. Just figured I'd show you guys this massive, intense looking roller coaster with one of the tallest inversions in the world, all the way up there at like 197 feet in the air. That's crazy. Really bummed we're not getting on it, but hopefully they can find a solution and get this open next year, and we'll be able to come back sometime in the future to ride it. Here's the sign they've got, just talking about increasing ride liability and longevity. It's closed the whole year. Ding dang. Up next, we're going for a ride on the Racer. This roller coaster is actually 97 years old. There's a landmark sign right here and an Ace Coaster landmark. And what's really unique about this one is the fact that it's called a Mobius Loop roller coaster, which means that it looks like it's 2 separate roller coasters and tracks, but they're actually connected. So when the green train comes back, it's going to be on that side and vice versa. So very interesting roller coaster here. Let's go give it a ride. And here they're back, and green's on the opposite side, red's on the opposite side. Very interesting ride concept. All right, we just had a ride on both sides of the Racer, the 97-year-old racing Mobius Loop roller coaster. Only one of its kind in the United States, and there's only 3 of them in the world. What did you think?
That was so much fun. So we ended up being in the red car both times. First time we lost, second time we won.
Yeah, no, I from what I'm seeing, there definitely is, if you're in the station, the one that's on the left typically seems to win. I've seen it win more often than not the about 30 minutes or so we've been here. Don't know if that's just a today thing or if it's a typical thing, but yeah, when you're seated down in the trains in the station, the one that's on the left seems to win from what I've seen. But still super fun. I love a good racing coaster, and again, that one was nice and smooth, not too bumpy. Yeah. Very well taken care of. So yeah, another great wooden coaster here, approaching its 100th anniversary in just 3 years now. We only have 2 more coasters left to get, and next up we got another wooden roller coaster. It's the Jackrabbit. We'll see you over there. They even have Kenny the kangaroo, yes! Oh, Kenny's posing so nicely. Good to see some street performers out here. Gotta love the mascot of the park, Kenny. Up next is the Jackrabbit. They got another Ace roller coaster landmark here. It opened in 1920, and it's very famous for its double dip, which I'm really excited to get back on this thing. We just had a ride on the iconic Jackrabbit 1920 classic wooden roller coaster here. What did you think?
I was not expecting that airtime hill. I did not know that was coming. Oh my gosh, I got launched out of my seat. That is a good ride.
Oh yeah, such a great wooden coaster, and I love that there's just the single lap bar. It doesn't even move. I took a little video and photo of it, so we'll put that in right now to show you. But yeah, it's a solid lap bar that's mostly just a grab bar to hold on to. It's really just the seat belts keeping you in, and that's it. And so yeah, you get so much airtime on that double down drop. Such a great roller coaster. So quirky too, because just like the Thunderbolt that we rode earlier, it has the lift hill in the middle of the ride. So like you go do some drops and turns, and then you do the lift hill, and then you do some more drops and turns. I love the quirkiness of this park. It's such a charming, awesome little park.
Well, and they're caring for their wooden rides, because those things to me have not been jittery, they have not been shaken, because like, even though we've been staying in the middle seats, usually if a roller coaster is janky and rickety, even in the middle seat you feel that, just not as bad. If you're in the middle seat, not on a wheel seat, you don't feel it as bad. I'm not feeling any of that. That is still feeling nice and smooth for a wooden.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're definitely keeping and maintaining these so well. And you can tell that they're putting some new track on each of them every so often to make it not too rough or unbearable for people. But that leaves us with one more coaster to ride in the whole park, and that's Premier Skyrocket. It's Premier's original Skyrocket before the Skyrocket 2 was even a thing. Yeah, so we're gonna go give that a ride now. Last but not least, we've got Skyrocket. It's a launch coaster. Decided to go give this a ride. All right, we just got the last coaster that's open today. Skyrocket, it opened here in 2010. What did you think?
It was surprisingly good. The first half especially, I was not expecting the airtime at the beginning, but the second half definitely makes me not want to ride again because it's a little boring.
Yeah, I was telling her it reminds me a lot of Wicked at Lagoon. It has an excellent first half, and the second half is sort of just like lulls around. It does these little like zigzaggies and like airtime hills that don't have airtime. And yeah, it's just like, honestly, I would have been fine if the ride stopped at the halfway point, or they made it a little bit longer and kept the speed instead of slowing it down to almost a stop on the mid-course. That's what I would have done, but you know, it's a prototype. It was the first ever of its kind.
Yeah.
And there's now a whole entire lineup of like 15 Skyrocket 2s that are the compact iteration on this that wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Kennywood taking a chance and building it. And so I appreciate it for what it is.
Oh yeah.
And it's really great launch, and like she said, the airtime over the top of that top hat, amazing. So we rode in the front row, so good. But that's all the coasters we have here. So we're gonna do some old classic rides and the flat rides now. So the first thing we're gonna do is the Old Mill. It's the oldest ride here, opened here in 1901. So let's go get a ride on the Old Mill. Hopefully we can take you on, because it's a slow moving boat ride. Looking good, Harold, is what it says. Look at the pretty waterfalls. We just rode the Old Mill, the oldest operating ride here that dates back all the way to 1901. It's just a slow moving boat ride. What do you think of that?
It was definitely a nice and relaxing ride. It reminds me a bit of the Old Mill that was at, what was it, Ride
Playland. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, which is nice, but I have the same gripe as this as I did on that one. There's a lot of dark blank areas on a very slow moving boat ride.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like there's a scene and then there's nothing, and then there's a scene and there's nothing, which is just like the one at Ride Playland was. But it's still nice that they're preserving history with it.
Oh,
just
yeah.
They don't really have space in those dead scenes to really add anything, because it's like really tight wall space. So it's just like they started doing the best they can. But yeah, if they could somehow do something with those empty spaces, that would be really nice, just to have something to entertain you or look at while you're going from scene to scene. But glad we rode it. It's a piece of history, you gotta do it. But now we're gonna go head over and do some more re-rides. So we'll see you after we do some re-rides, and we're gonna do a couple more flat rides. Up next, we're gonna go on a ride on the classic Kangaroo flat ride here. We just rode the Kangaroo for the first time. What did you think of that, baby?
Oh, that was so cute. Good little bit of pop of air time after the jump, but it's such a good themed ride, especially for where we are at.
Yeah, no, I love this thing so much. And like she said, the little pop of air time when you go up that ramp, that was so fun. I'm glad we did that. I didn't do that the last time I came here 10 years ago, so I'm really glad that we gave that a go. But now, we're gonna see you guys over at another classic flat ride that's old, and I think it's the only one of its kind in the world for the adult size. So we'll see you over at the Turtle. Up next, we're going on the Turtle. There used to be a couple dozen of these all across the states, but this is the last one remaining. Love that they're keeping it here and preserving it. They actually just gave it a brand new paint job on these cars. Let you see them up here. Yeah, very vibrant new color scheme on it. Looking so good. Cannot wait to give this classic attraction a ride. We're on the turtle! Woohoo! Oh yeah! Look at those great views! Woohoo! Turtle, turtle! Whoa! That's crazy! Woohoo! You just saw some on-ride footage of us riding the turtle. They have a little button that the ride-op hits that goes turtle, turtle. It's so freaking cute. What do you think of that?
Oh, that was so fun. I got thrown around a good bit on that ride. I am shocked.
Yeah, with it just being the two of us, there was definitely a lot of space for us to be moved around by the ride. But it was super fun, really relaxing, not too intense. And yeah, it's something the whole family can ride together. Love that thing. I really wish that those things weren't going extinct, but I'm so glad that Kennywood has committed to taking care of it, giving it a brand new paint job and everything. It looks great, running great and smooth.
It's such a fun ride.
Oh yeah, I really wish they'd build more of these. And yeah, but I doubt they will. The people that made it, the company doesn't exist anymore, so this is all we got. So if you come to Kennywood, definitely give that a ride. It's so fun. Up next, we're going on a golden ticket legend attraction. It's the Noah's Ark Funhouse walkthrough attraction. And you enter through the whale's mouth. Let's go check it out. We are here in Noah's Ark. Whiskey, dogs, frogs, crickets. There's a waterfall. This way.
Oh no, that's
We're about to get on the rocking boat portion, the actual ark. Look at all the animals. Woohoo! Whoa! There's Noah. Elephant. Oh boy. Aww, Meerkat's the Warhog, like Timon and Pumbaa. Uh-oh, there's a shaky, vibrating floor. Whoa! Whoa, this is really bouncy. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Woo! It's the spinning room. Oh boy, I hear the buzzing of the bees. Wild way and the mild way. I'm gonna go the wild way. May cause vertigo. Uh-oh. This room can cause vertigo. What's gonna happen? Oh boy. It's a tilted room. Look at the pretty animals though. Another tunnel room. Whee! And there's the Ark of the Animals. All right, we just did the Noah's Ark walkthrough attraction. What did you think?
That was really good. Definitely put me off my feet a little bit. I was not expecting it to be a little bit of a trippy room walking around in there.
Oh yeah, it's super unique. You can see why it's won the Golden Ticket Legend Award for the best walkthrough attraction.
Oh yeah.
It's super unique, super fun. I love the rocking ship aspect. It definitely throws your mind for a little bit of a loop, and you have to be very careful when you're walking in there. So yeah, if you do it, make sure you watch your step at all times, because yeah, you don't want to trip and fall. But glad we did it. Super,
yeah.
Another unique attraction here. This place is just full of unique attractions. We love it. Anyway, speaking of unique attractions, we have one more thing we want to do, and this is an old, there's many of these rides now, but this is an old pendulum ride called Black Widow, and I loved it when I was here last, and I cannot wait to take Amy on this pendulum ride, so let's go give it a ride. We have arrived at Black Widow. When it opened, it was one of the tallest pendulum rides in the world. Gets up to heights of 142 feet in the air. Let's go give it a ride. Also love the Black Widow spider over there, over the entrance. It's so cool. That's absolutely massive. Look at this awesome entrance for Black Widow. You go into its little lair with all these Black Widows. That's so cool. After a 35-minute wait, we finally just got off of Black Widow, the spinning pendulum ride. What do you think?
Honestly, I was expecting so much more. Just, you know, from being here, so I was like, oh, maybe there's something different about this. It's still fun, it's still relaxing. But I definitely, operations were not on top today for this ride.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
So to give clarification, we waited that wait time using the ADA pass, and we were the second group in the ADA line. Yeah, no, it was bad, and it also is just one of those things where the cycles on that, they don't allow anyone into, like, they don't even get the next group ready until the previous group is already off the ride, like, and the gates closed. So yeah, they're taking about roughly 10 to 12 minutes to dispatch one group of riders. That's why it took 35 minutes, because we had to wait 3 cycles. It literally was taking about 11 minutes or so per cycle. The views up there are gorgeous. You get awesome views of Phantom's Revenge, the river, and like the down the hillside looking down towards Pittsburgh. Gorgeous views, good ride. Just if they don't get the operations better, I probably wouldn't wait longer than 10 or 15 minutes for it. Yeah.
So
no, we were talking, we're like, it probably would have been faster if we were in the regular line.
And that shouldn't be the case. Like, you know, anyone needing an ADA pass for any reason shouldn't have to wait longer than the normal line. So yeah, that was just definitely a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. We're gonna go cheer ourselves right back up. We're gonna go get a couple more re-rides on Phantom's Revenge as well as Skyrocket, and we'll catch up with you at the park exit. That's gonna do it for our day here at Kennywood. For Amy's first ever visit, my second time, haven't been here in 10 years. What were your overall thoughts of this park? Actually, first, let's talk about, we just did our final 2 rides on Phantom's Revenge, front row. Boy, were we sleeping on the front row. We did back row earlier. What did you think of those front row rides?
Oh man, the airtime and the speed you feel on that front row. It is so much worth, it's so worth the front.
Yeah, no, I'm so glad we did the front, and it was so good we had to do it twice. Such an amazing ride, so much airtime. Holy crap, so much airtime. If you come here, definitely wait for the front row. It is so worth it. I don't get I don't, because I'm a bigger guy, sometimes the restraints don't allow me to get as much airtime. That's such a fluffy, friendly, and accommodating attraction. I was getting literally so much airtime. It was amazing.
Oh, I was watching him get thrown up from the seat.
Yeah, so easily, I think I said that's my 4th favorite roller coaster in Pennsylvania, behind Hershey Park's Big 2, and then Ravine Flyer 2. That's up there though. Every single park here in Pennsylvania seems has a really good roller coaster that's just top 50 worthy at least. Because Phantom's Revenge is so good. And yeah, I definitely plan to come back in sometime in the near future. Hopefully to ride Steel Curtain. Bummed we didn't get on it, but hopefully they'll get a long-term solution so that way more guests can enjoy it for years to come. And we'd love to ride it because it looks cool. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this park. I love this park. I think this is my favorite Palace Entertainment park we've been to, because we've been to quite a few this year.
No, and not even just that, but this park holds its own very well. Like, it doesn't have a big roller coaster selection, but they're all really good rides. Like, I wouldn't say one like abysmally sucks, because even the little kiddie coaster, as sucky as it can, you know, as a kid coaster, it still is a good coaster.
Oh yeah, and the 3 Woodens, the classics, are all amazing. They're upkeeping so well on them.
Oh yeah.
And then Skyrocket was great. Exterminator, the themed indoor wild mouse, that was great. Yeah, they have a really solid collection of coasters here. So many awesome employees we talked to. Really, the only bad part of experience we had today was initially when we had when I had to go back to the car because the GoPro, they wouldn't let the portable charger for my GoPro into the park. And then the second thing was the operations on Black Widow. Other than that, we had an amazing day.
And all the employees were having fun. The operators at each station were pumping out people, and they were wanting excitement. They were going, you know, really interacting with the group of people. It was great to see that.
Oh yeah, but that's gonna wrap it up for our day 15 of this Northeast Coaster Challenge. We still have 1 week left. So tomorrow we might not be doing as many coasters because although the rain did hold off today, we didn't get any rain thankfully today, so we got on all the coasters, but currently the forecast for tomorrow is not looking nearly as good. So tomorrow might be a relaxed day and find stuff to do indoors before we head on more coasters. We'll probably do that on Sunday. So the next video you see is probably gonna be from a zoo and a mountain coaster that are in the middle of nowhere. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe so you can stay along for the rest of this Northeast Coaster Challenge. And if you haven't already, watch the other videos. We had my 600 at the beginning, we had Amy's 600 yesterday. We're having so much fun all across the Northeast of the United States and Canada. So make sure you do all the YouTube things. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye!